Imagine this is your tooth, and these are food acids that cause cavities. Colgate with calcium and fluoride helps prevent cavities.
Who protects our teeth?
Colgate! For maximum cavity protection.
Colgate, #1 brand recommended by dentists.
Welcome back. ABSA's turning up the rivalry this season, and fans of the ABSA Premiership will be excited to hear that the next Woza Nazo fixture is taking place this Saturday between Chippa United and Mamelodi Sundowns, who are competing for the ultimate bragging rights in this David versus Goliath clash. But before we talk to our guests, let me tell you what is up for grabs for the fans. Woza Nazo Mzansi, 1 million rand is up for grabs at the end of the season in the Kick for a Million competition. Get to the stadium before kickoff, register for the Kick for a Million competition, and you could be one of 6 fans who will be selected from the crowd to stand a chance to win Woza Nazo. Well, we're crossing now to PE, and that's where we are joined in studio by 2 men who have played for the various clubs that are in action this weekend. Tshepo Motsoeneng as well as Lovers Mohlala. Now, Tshepo, as an ex-goalkeeper of Chippa United, you know Sundowns is Shapanet on a consistent basis. Are you worried about that occurring in PE this weekend?
Firstly, Thomas, evening and evening to your viewers. I don't think there's anything to worry about when it comes to Sundown scoring. I think it has proven on a number of occasions when they came down here that they're capitulating. So I'm not really worried about them. The last time when they were here, they got 1-0. They went back home. They started to getting points again and coming back. They won yesterday. We drew as well today. So I think coming back here, they know what's going to happen.
Lovers is sitting right there next to you. And Lovers, you'll also not forget that revenge is in the air. Sundowns will not have forgotten, Hori. Chippa is the team that removed them from cup competition this season. And they'll be looking to keep 3 points from Mamelodi Sundowns as well. And I'm listening to Tshepo. He feels confident that it'll happen again.
You know, top striker, ne? A team like Chippa, eventually they don't worry because of the underdogs. And, you know, and it's difficult to play like a team like Chippa because of you don't know who's going to score. With Sundowns, Billiard, you know, they already have people assigned to mark Tau, Billiard, and other players. But I'm saying to Tshepo is that we had so much challenges. Challenges when we played Chippa, so we will always draw and everything. But Dan Malesela is not there anymore. It's Tebo Homoloi. Tebo Homoloi, he knows very well from Orlando Pirates, Hore Sundowns, Ishapa Tupa. And, you know, when they get here, is now red hot Sundowns. And you know what? We're going to teach Chippa a lesson. I've said it the last time when we played Supersport. I said Supersport, it was our pie. Lili Tomboroli Tuli.
Yo. I Tshepo's Kulmel and Dota. I mean, I can't enter there.
No, he's so confident, Lovers. But, you know, every time when Pizzo comes here, he's forever complain about his former players and whatnot scoring against him. What is that? I mean, players move on, players create, you know, their life somewhere else, and they're happy where they are. They're showing that they're very happy where they are and they're comfortable. So I don't know what he's talking about. And Chippa's always scoring first, so I don't know what Lovers is talking about.
Thomas, top striker, you must understand what the Sundowns is a big team. Things have changed, whereby you used to have Amati Mautu, that is a big team. But let me be honest with you, is that, you know, it's us against the world. Sundowns, whichever team that plays Sundowns, you must know what you'll see different teams supporting that team. But Sundowns fans, they will be there on their own, knowing very well what we are the #1 contender in this country, and everybody wants to beat us. But you know, and we've shown in class, Guti, whenever we play teams, we got class, and the goals that we score is art. We don't just go from anywhere. You can see a goal coming from the center. And don't forget, we got somebody that can shoot from a distance. You saw, I mean, he nearly got another goal against Vase. But I'm saying that Chippa is more worried. But our concern as Sundowns is that we don't have to lose to Chippa because of end of the day. When they lose, they always say, we are some underdogs.
Chippa is not worried. Chippa is playing at home, Lovers. Point of correction. Chippa is playing at home. Why are we worried? And why are we underdogs? Why are we carrying this tag of underdogs? Why are you worried?
Sundowns are not home away, are not home, are not away. It's soccer, South Africa is everywhere.
It's not going to change. Tabitha just took over. He just proved to you that he was an assistant coach before. Now he's on a hot seat. He was already started with who? Sundowns. This first win collected from who? From Sundowns. So why are you worried now?
It was Telkom, Baba. Tina, we don't prove with draws, we prove with wins, like Baba.
There's a fear there in your voice that, you know what, you might also go home with another 0. Is that so?
Hey, top striker, I've never been to the stadium when Sundowns loses.
Yo.
I'm at the stadium on Saturday, and Sundowns is gonna. You know what? You know, playing against a team and supporter. I'm a teammate. I'm a team. Like I'm a player and supporter.
How is that possible?
Players they want to play for Sundowns. Then, if you play against a team, a supporter is Sundowns. How will you win that game? They want to be there.
Guys,
Sundowns is a big team.
How many former players are from Sundowns that are in cheaper squad? How many former players?
Tepo, I have to ask you one final question.
Break it down for me.
You are, Tepo, going to be the goalkeeper for Kick for a Million. Are you still okay? Can you jump and dive? And are you going to be the one responsible for people going to Kick for a Million, whether they go to the final, whether they get 5,000 Rand? Can you still jump around?
I can still jump around, Thomas. You will see me on Saturday. I'll do my short warm-up before we start. Fans can expect something that is going to be exciting for them. But they must be comfortable when coming to take penalties. I'm not there to bite them. I'm there to create a bit of fun. But you can imagine if you do score and get a chance to go and compete for that 1 million, I mean, it could change your life. So after bringing that to them, it has also changed my life. It has brought me back to TV. I never thought that I'll be back here again.
All right. Now, gentlemen, we've asked our viewers at home to give us a comment around the death today of Cebo Manyapilo. I know as two men who have played in South African football, I'm sure you have something to say.
Yeah, top striker, there's one thing that I'll say to Cebo, may his soul rest in peace. He made us what we are today. He made us famous. Whenever he was on radio, he spoke positive about us. And he's a legend. I cannot say much about him, but he was a great person to be around with. You know, he's not like these recent commentators whereby whenever they speak about players, they speak negatively. But what I'm saying is may his soul rest in peace, and we won't forget him. He's a great legend.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Right, there you have it. ABSA are making the ABSA Premiership better. ABSA, red ticket holders and any fans who want to stand a chance to kick for a million, get to the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium before kickoff and look for the ABSA activity. When rivalry comes alive, the game is better. This is the ABSA Premiership. Ozanazo. After the break, we're going to talk about chess. Yeah. We have one of the best chess players on the earth, and she is coming into the studio, and that innocent face. You know, they say chess is war. This is one of the biggest, most dangerous warriors in the world of chess.
Yellow stains ruin your best moments. Nivea Men Black and White Invisible Deodorant. Less yellow stains, 48 hours protection. Nivea Men Black and White, the #1 defense against yellow stains. Nivea Men, it starts with you.
Welcome back. I've got the chess pieces in front of me. I have no idea anything to do with it because I've never played chess, but we're going to find out what makes this sport so amazing from one of the best players in Africa, in the top 10 on the African continent. The #1 South African women's chess player is Tshepang Tlale. Welcome to Sport at 10. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm too good, but tell me a little bit about the passion for this sport. When did it begin?
It began from a very young age. I was 3 years old. My mom has always been passionate about chess. She played it at a young age, and then when she got older, she just thought that she should pass it on to her children because, like, there's more opportunities for us and our generation. And so she taught me chess.
Where? Like, where were you in South Africa?
I was in Welkom, my hometown.
What's all welcome?
Yes, ke ngwana Welkom. So ne re le hae a ruta chess a this, and obviously una sa kgone go ruta how all the pieces move because I was 3 years old. So some games we'd play without a king or however I understood it.
And then by age 11, after starting at age 3, age 11, you are the 2009 Free State Women's Chess Champion. Yes. At age 11, you're already beating everybody in sight.
A lot of hard work, sleepless nights, and dedication. My coach Vincent Choka drilled us. At night we were prepping for the next day. The next day we were revising what we did the previous night. So it was drills, drills, drills.
And then in 2011, you get this title. Now, these things are important. Got chess titles and the thing that goes next to your name is important. You are now a women's international master at chess.
Yes.
How big is that? Give us an idea of how important, or Untwembu, number 10, what does that mean for soccer people?
Okay, soccer. I can't relate it to soccer, but let me just give you the rankings, right? The biggest, the highest rated title is Grandmaster, and then below that is International Master, below that Women's Grandmaster, and then below that Women International Master.
International Master, so
yes. So I'm like fourth. You see, title-wise, I'm fourth. I'm getting there. Yes.
You're nearly there.
I'm there.
But what makes it fascinating? Like, I just see pieces here. I understand the tactics. You have to think, you have to study, you have to plan. But what makes it so amazing?
The beauty of chess is that it's all in your mind, right? You play, your opponent plays, but no one actually knows what you're thinking or what you're planning until you introduce it to the world. So there are these beautiful combinations happening in your head. So, you know, you plan for your opponent and then it works out. And
but
that's
the thing is, because they're studying. Like, there are ways to play chess so that it's exactly the moves that you planned.
Yes, there are a lot of theoretical books, software. Well, because, you know, technology wasn't so advanced. So I read like a lot of theory, a lot of knowledge about chess on you move it in this sequence. When your opponent plays like this, you play like that. So it's a lot of background knowledge that you prep at home, and then when you get to the tournament, you just apply. Yeah.
But you're only like, what, 20 years of age right now? Number 1 in South Africa, in the top 10 in Africa. How do you get further? How are you going to become a grandmaster? What is your journey to that top level?
Well, firstly, a lot of international tournaments need to be played, of which a lot of funding is needed, because unlike many group sports, chess is an individual sport and not a lot of people want to invest in that.
How does sponsor?
You know, the Free State government has been helping me out a lot with sponsorship, right? And most of the other sponsorship we went to, they're like, no, they rather look at soccer because it's a whole team, not just one person. But that's the most problematic thing, the funding part. So the journey would be to play more international tournaments, to win them, get my rating higher, and then other tournaments allow you to actually achieve certain titles.
Now, the other thing that bothers me about chess, can I tell you what bothers me about chess?
Please tell me. Is
that men and women have separate divisions. Like, women playing against women and men playing against men. How not danger more? Like, you're not going to get hurt by a guy. I never shot an elbow or chess. Why are you in different categories?
Men and the egos, you know, they don't want to lose to a girl. So but it's the other way around.
I've never understood that. I've always thought to myself, why don't you just play against each other? Why isn't there like mixed tournaments?
In all honesty, historically, like there's been more men who play chess, more men who are encouraged to play chess. So I think for somebody who made that rule, logically for them it's that there are less women and there are more men, so they're just trying to make the competition level, because obviously if there's more people in your division, you're going to practice harder, it's going to be more tense, whereas if there's less, then, you know.
And at age 20 you're already giving back to the world of chess.
Yes.
How are you giving back to the youngsters?
I am a coach. I started coaching last year.
Oh, Coach Tshepang. Oh, Coach Tshepang.
So this year I'm coaching CD Bang under 12 and under 14 girls.
Yes.
But
wait, how coach? Like, how do you coach? You just massage them as they're busy moving the pieces. What do you do as a coach?
Well, chess is very complex. Like I said, so basically I feel like the role of a coach is to help the players be able to lay out those thoughts, to know which one takes precedence over the other, how to think and how to plan.
Have you ever had like an IQ test? Like, because I've always been told, Hori, chess kiari genius.
No, I actually
How genius? I mean, international master. Usually those guys, they get genius. They like live in caves. They only know this thing, and you know they're just those. Their minds work a different way.
Like I said, it's a lot of dedication. Like any other sport, if you practice and you put the work in, the results will show.
So your brain is a muscle, and you're working on chess is making your muscle stronger, and you are like bodybuilder yating through chess.
Perfect.
South Africa's only black woman to reach the level of international master. Here she is, and it has been fantastic to have the conversation with you and see the chess pieces in action. And one day when I know how to play, you'll coach me, Nyana, just a little bit. Ne? Thank you very much for being with us here on Sport at 10. It's time for a quick break. After the break, we'll be talking to a man who's taken the world by storm, because as much as Tsebang is the only black woman to in South Africa to reach the level that she's had in chess, Gift is the only African man ever to play in Major League Baseball. Gift Mwempe is coming on Sport at 10 next, and we'll even find out, like, you know, today or yesterday, he moved clubs. While he's here in South Africa, they transferred him somewhere else. Find out more about that after this.